Analysis of the broadband amplifier, the bipolar transistor can be represented by its hybrid pi equivalent circuit. The broadband amplifier is a multi-stage system. The performance of a broadband amplifier is normally described in terms of its mid-band amplification and half power bandwidth. This presentation discusses broadbanding using RG. In the analysis of the broadband amplifier, the bipolar transistor can be represented by its hybrid pi equivalent circuit. The broadband amplifier is a multi-stage system. The performance of a broadband amplifier is normally described in terms of its mid-band amplification and half power bandwidth. For a single-stage amplifier, we know the bilateral nature of the transistor is now quite well recognized. This poses a major difficulty in simple and accurate analysis of the transistor amplifiers for high-performance use. For common emitter amplifiers, the bilateral nature of the transistor is largely due to the collector-based capacitance CB-C. This problem can be solved by lumping the Miller capacitance produced by CB-C with the emitter-based capacitance CB-A. Such a lumping of the capacitances at the transistor input terminals provides a simple and accurate design procedure for the broadband amplifier. A typical single-stage common emitter amplifier using a low-value collector load resistance RL and a generator with internal resistance RG is shown in the figure in the following slide. In a multi-stage cascade, RG usually corresponds to the load resistance of the previous stage. To help the analysis, an equivalent circuit of this amplifier employing the hybrid pi model is given in the next slide. This slide shows the hybrid pi circuit for a single transistor with a resistive load RL. The typical values for a high-frequency transistor amplifier are given in terms of RBB-, RB-E, RB-C, RCE, CB-C, CB-E and GM. The collector-based transition capacitance CB-C, due to the Miller effect, gets reflected into the input as CC1-K. The remaining portion of it is taken into the output as CCK-1/K. GB-C in the input becomes GB-C1-K in the output, GB-C K-1/K. Considering the values of the various components, finally B shows the equivalent circuit diagram that we will be using for our analysis. The resultant capacitance incorporating the Miller effect is finally given by CC 1 plus GMRL plus CE. The main effect of CB-C can be included in the input terminals of the transistor using Miller effect analysis. The AC signal voltage across CB-C VF can be written in a simplified form as VF equal to VI minus VO, which is rewritten as minus VO plus VI, which is equal to minus AVVI plus VI. Therefore, VF becomes equal to VI 1 plus AV. The total input current IB for the transistor can be written as IB is equal to GB-E plus J omega CB-E VI plus J omega CB-C VF. IB is equal to GB-E plus J omega CB-E VI plus J omega CB-C VI 1 plus AV, or Yin is equal to IB upon VI, which is equal to GB-E plus J omega CB-E plus J omega CB-C 1 plus AV. Minus AV is equal to minus V out upon V in, which is equal to minus GM-VB-E RL upon VB-E, which is equal to minus GMRL. Yn is equal to GB-E plus J omega CB-E plus J omega CB-C 1 plus GMRL. The additional input capacitance due to the Miller effect is CB-C 1 plus GMRL. Let us denote this by C1. Refer to the figure once again. The transistor output current can now be written as IC is equal to GL AVVI plus J omega CB-C AVVI, or Y out is equal to IC upon AVVI, which is equal to GL plus J omega CB-C. This diagram shows the multi-stage RC coupled amplifier, and two stages are shown in this. Once again, the hybrid pi model of the previous circuit. The analysis of the input and output admittances of the single stage amplifier assists in drawing its modified equivalent circuit. The total capacitance at B' is given by CT is equal to CB-E plus CB-C 1 plus GMRL. The half power bandwidth Fi is equal to 1 upon twice pi RACT, which is equal to 1 upon twice pi RB-E CB-E plus CB-C 1 plus GMRL, which is equal to 1 upon twice pi RB-E CB-E plus CB-C plus twice pi RB-E GMRL CB-C. From broadbanding preliminaries, we know that f beta is equal to 1 upon twice by rb dash e cb dash e plus cb dash c. Making the substitution, we get fi equal to 1 upon f beta plus twice by fe rl cb dash c. Gm rb dash e is hfe, which is also equal to beta naught, and beta naught is equal to alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught, which gives us f beta equal to 1 minus alpha naught ft. Therefore, fi becomes equal to 1 upon 1 minus alpha naught ft plus twice by alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught rl cb dash c. Taking 1 minus alpha naught into the numerator, we are left with fi equal to 1 minus alpha naught upon 1 upon ft plus twice by alpha naught rl cb dash c. As the value of cb dash c for high frequency transistors is only of the order of a few picofarads, the second term twice by alpha naught, which is approximately equal to 1 rl cb dash c, is very small compared with 1 upon ft. Hence, fi is further simplified as fi equal to f beta, which is equal to 1 minus alpha naught ft. Since alpha naught is approximately equal to 1, fi is very much less than ft. The 3 decibel bandwidth of a common emitter amplifier works out very small compared to the transistor ft. In the above analysis, it is explicitly assumed that the generator resistance is much larger than the transistor input resistance. If the value of the generator resistance is comparable to that of RB-E, then R is very much less than RB-E, resulting in an increase in the bandwidth of the stage. Also, voltage gain AV is assumed to be constant, but value of AV falls off considerably at high frequencies due to the capacitive loading of the transistor output circuit. This reduces the value of CT, thus improving the bandwidth of the stage. Thus, the estimate of Fi as carried out by us is rather conservative. However, it is useful in providing an insight into the bandwidth limitations in a transistor amplifier. The parameters Gm and Ct are more or less proportional to the operating emitter current of the transistor. To the extent that these proportionalities are true, the current amplification bandwidth product of a stage is unaffected by the changes in the bias current. All these factors form the basis in the design of high-gain broadband amplifiers. The first technique of broadbanding is using the generator resistance. For that, we employ the circuit diagram as shown, in which the Miller effect capacitances have been incorporated in the input circuit and are represented by CT. GMVB-E is the current generator of the output, and a load resistance RL has been connected into the output. The output load current is indicated by IL. Now, the generator resistance indicated by RG is connected in parallel with RBB-, the base spreading resistance, and the emitter base resistance RB-E. The input current I1 breaks up into two branches. One is IB, the other is IG. Beginning with the analysis, we can see that I1 is equal to IB plus IG from the figure. At the same time, the potential drop between B and E given by IGRG is also equal to IB RBB- plus 1 upon GB-E plus J omega CT. Continuing from the previous slide, I1 minus IB is equal to IG. So IGRG is equal to IB RBB- plus 1 upon GB-E plus J omega CT. And this becomes I1 minus IBRG equal to IB RBB- plus 1 upon GB-E plus J omega CT. Therefore, I1 is equal to IB upon RG, RG plus RBB- plus 1 upon GB-E plus J omega CT. So, IL is equal to GM-VB-E, which is equal to GM IB upon GB-E plus J omega CT. AI is equal to IL upon I1, which is equal to JM IB upon GB-E plus J omega CT upon IB upon RG into RG plus RBB- plus 1 upon GB-E plus J omega CT, which is equal to GM RG upon GB-E plus J omega CT into RG plus RBB- plus 1. AI is equal to GM RG upon GB-E plus J omega CT RG plus RBB- plus 1. At low frequencies, J omega CT is very much less than GB-E. AI is equal to GM RG upon GB-E RG plus RBB- plus 1. Fi is equal to 1 upon twice by RA CT, where RA is equal to RB-E in parallel with RG plus RBB-. So 1 upon RA is equal to 1 upon RB dash E plus 1 upon RG plus RBB dash, which is written as GB dash E plus 1 upon RG plus RBB dash, which is GB dash E RG plus RBB dash plus 1 upon RG plus RBB dash. So Fi comes out to be equal to 1 upon twice pi RG plus RBB dash upon GB dash E RG plus RBB dash plus 1 into CT. So AIFI is equal to GMRG upon GB dash E RG plus RBB dash plus 1 into 1 upon RG plus RBB dash upon GB dash E RG plus RBB dash plus 1 into twice by CT, which is equal to GMRG upon twice by RG plus RBB dash CT. GMRB dash is equal to HFE is equal to beta naught, which is equal to alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught. So AIFI is equal to alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught 1 upon RB dash E RG upon twice by RG plus RBB dash CT, which is equal to alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught 1 upon twice by RB dash E CT RG upon RG plus RBB dash. So Fi is equal to F beta is equal to 1 minus alpha naught Ft. At the same time, F beta is given by 1 upon twice by RB dash E CT. AIFI then comes out to be equal to alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught 1 upon RB dash E RG upon twice by RG plus RBB dash CT, which is equal to alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught into 1 minus alpha naught Ft RG upon RG plus RBB dash, which is equal to alpha naught Ft 1 upon 1 plus RBB dash RG. If RG is large and RBB dash is low, then AIFI is just equal to alpha naught Ft. And since alpha naught is approximately equal to 1, then AIFI is equal to Ft, which is a transfer constant. Therefore, it is possible to trade gain with bandwidth and vice versa. So AI is equal to GMRG upon RG plus RBB dash upon RB dash E plus 1, which is equal to GMRB dash E RG upon RG plus RBB dash plus RB dash E, which is equal to HFE RG upon RG plus RBB dash plus RB dash E, which is equal to alpha naught upon 1 minus alpha naught 1 upon 1 plus RBB dash plus RB dash E upon RG. To conclude, from transistor parameters, it is indicated that the possible variation of the value of RG for broadbanding is limited. This is usually between 100 ohm and a few thousand ohms. This places an upper limit on the broadbanding capability of this technique.